I met Oskar Schindler the first time when I was hiding from the Gestapo who was looking after me when I escaped from the prisoner of war transport. And I was thinking that he's a Gestapo officer looking for me, and I still have my pistol. So I put the pistol behind my belt, and I was waiting that my mother opened the house. He entered our apartment. My mother was very scared. He asked him what he wished, and he said, "Don't worry. I'm not here to arrest anybody. I'm here to make business with you because I took apartment, a Jewish apartment, from, and I pay money for the apartment. I received it free, but I pay money to this Jewish fellow, and he said that you were interior decorating and you were decorating this apartment. This moment I came forwards. I knew that he's not a Gestapo officer. He was about 6'2", and I was only 5'8". So I looked to this guy, handsome face, young looking, in his early 30s or late 30s. It's hard to describe his age. He looked very mature. He was about 35 years old or 34 years old in this time. And he looks me, and I felt right away a closeness between him and me. And we start talking. And we became a friend right away from the first day we met. And he asked me to do some certain things to him on the market in city to get him some goods to his new apartment. I delivered. He paid for it. And we became a very, very close associate together. He was a German, he was a Catholic, and I was Polish Jew. We stayed together till the day he died in 1974. He did extraordinary things. He bought himself a factory and employed Jewish people. From the first day he employed them, this is end of 1939, till the day we were liberated, he called these people who he took from the camps, close to 1,300 people, women, children, women and men, from all type of profession. Even a prostitute was in our camp. And he said he will try to save us, and he saved us. He did extraordinary job. It's very hard to explain this in few words. You have to really go day by day to explain the danger, but he was exposed to it. The danger that when he will be exposed, we will be perished. He managed to escape by bribing the high officials, and they were afraid to expose him because in this case they will lose their life too. So one hand was washing the another hand. By using bribes, by organizing a fake factory, we never produced anything in a factory. Everything was a stage, like in a movie. But he went through from the December of 1939 till May 8, 1945, and he promised to stick with us to 5 minutes after 12, and he kept his promise.
Tell me the scale. How many people do you think he rescued?
He started with about 36 in the beginning. He asked me many times to come to his factory, but I was very independent. I didn't want to go to factory. I want to have open hands and figured out how to get every time because I wasn't sure what I will do. I didn't want to be in the camp. I didn't want to be in the ghetto. I don't want to be any place I want to run. But in between, I got married, and this changed completely my life because in 1940, in July, I got married to my wife who survived with me, thanks to Schindler. And I was tied up. I was trying to run away before, during the winter time, over the borders, but the minute I met her, I decided to stay and see what happened. And I followed her up from Krakow to ghetto, from ghetto to concentration camp, and then we were separated. The men went to Gross Rosen in Sudetenland, and the women went to Auschwitz. Schindler pulled out the women, 300 women from Auschwitz by the list, and 900 men by the list from Gross Rosen. And it was a miracle what never happened before and never happened after. And he fed us, he protect us, he paid the money to Gestapo, 6.5 Deutsches Marks, German marks, for each of the prisoners, even though they were children who was in the age of 5, 6 years old. and old women in their 60s. But he promised to protect us and save us, and he did. This is a miracle of 20th century.
Tell me what you called yourselves.
He called himself.
What you called yourselves. What you called yourselves.
How I call myself?
The Schindler Jew.
Oh, no.
Tell me
Yeah.
about that.
We, the people who were employed, we decided, we established ourselves as a Schindler Jews, Schindler Juden. Why? Because he became like a father to us. When the women were sent to Auschwitz and we sent to Gross-Rosen, we were sure that is the end of the line. But when we saw him coming over there to Gross-Rosen to pick us up, and the women saw him over there in Auschwitz, picking them up. And when we came to the factory in Brünn in Sudetenland, and we saw him, some different feeling came to us. We knew that we are safe with Schindler, how long he is with us. And this was a tremendous, wonderful feeling. His camp in Krakow, what he established, what was all only for protection purposes, not too much for work, except when they were working on the utensil, what he could sell it on the black market and get money for it, you understand, and use the money to bribe the officials, you understand. Nothing was produced for the war effort of Germany. Everything was bought by him on the black market. Everything he bought with his own money. I don't know that any of the Schindler Jews give him any money that he should use it to save this life of the Jews. No, he was using only the money what we could sell on the black market, and this was the only income he got, and this was a very big income, because according to the estimation what was done by Joint Distribution Committee, he spent in the last 8 months of the war, from October 44 till May 45, he spent 4 million mark, equivalent in these days to 2 million pre-war dollars. This was a tremendous fortune. When he would like to wash his hands and run away, with this amount of money he would go any place in the world and hide himself till the war was over. No, he stick with us, he spent the money, he saved us, and he became a pauper. After the war, he didn't have a penny to his soul. We helped him.
Why? Why do you think he did that?
This question, I'm everybody asking me the same question. He got involved with the Jews right away in the beginning, and he knew about what the Germans they have in sleeves for us, what Hitler wants to do with us. He knew that the Jews will be killed, because he has not so much on account that he was a religious man. He wasn't religious, but his upbringing from home probably gave him. He has a lot of Jewish friends in his town where he was born, and he lost them when Hitler came to Sudetenland, and he knew what will happen. He decided on his own, from a bottom of his heart, from goodness of his heart, to do something. First of all, he started to employ them, and the working condition in his camp was so wonderful that people who were in the Plaszow camp or in any concentration camp called his camp and his factory, what was named Amalia, we called them a paradise, because everybody was dreaming to go to Schindler camp, because it was, compared to the other camp, was a paradise. He provided food, the shelter. He didn't allow anybody to interfere with his work. He protected them, those people. And this reason we call ourselves Schindler Jew, because he saved us. He said, I will be your father and you are my children. You are my children. This is what he always said. I stick with you till the end of the war. And he really kept his promise. It was a big promise given to us, but he delivered. I don't know, maybe this was the destiny. I don't know. Hard to answer. In 1939, in September, when the German entered Poland and conquered the Poland in 3 weeks, they right away established certain part of the city to put the Jews over there. We knew that something will happen. We didn't know in 1939, in 1940, even in 1941 that will happen. Even that I was trained officer and we knew what happened in Germany, but never think to our mind that the German will destroy 6 million people.